The views expressed on this podcast are based on a satirical and at times comical view of the subject matter. So don't get your panties in a wad. Live long and prosper, fuckers. Let's get the show started.
Big O! It's showtime!
This is the Tempest universe, man. Hold on to your ass. You're in for a hell of a ride.
For fuck's sake. That's all I can really say. All I can say to you guys today, this is my opening for the podcast. And you guys who are not in the U.S., you Canadians are used to it, to be honest. You know, with the Putin and everything. But, you know, for fuck's sake, that's all I can say. You guys in Mexico, South Africa, Brazil, Chile, Antarctica, Russia, Japan, the UK, Ireland. By the way, I like saying Ireland. Almost as much as I like saying Australia. I like saying Ireland a little better. You know, because you kind of roll it. You roll it. You know, like a tiger. Like in Irish Tiger. I am, you know, today I don't even know how to start this freaking episode, to be honest. I'll start with what's up, Dre? Down in Texas, South Texas, to be exact. So yesterday's episode, I did get some feedback. I sounded a little bit angry, but I think that was a maker's mark. That great tasting whiskey that was in my cup. By the way, they had such a great oaky flavor to it. That's the way whiskey should be. But, you know, we were talking about this UAP report yesterday. I figured I needed to get it out the way, right? Because people were sending me messages saying, hey, you need to talk about this. I want to hear your take on it. I know you're going to curse a lot. And I did. And I gave my take on it. And today I figured is the aftermath. This is like the after party of the report, right? Everybody's acting out, basically. You're doing all crazy kind of shit. But what I found was that, you know, people are, I don't know. Like, we had this term back in UFO Buster Radio days, the gods of ufology, right? The false gods of ufology. You know, and back then it was easy. It was Greer. We knew the reptilian man was selling you, you know, a bag of some fake shit sometimes. Half the time it was good. Like, if you got a bad batch, that was when he was contacting aliens. But if you got a good batch of Greer, you know, he was being methodical. He was being that emergency room doctor. He was on it. He was healing you, you know. But then when he gave you, you know, the 17, you were like, oh, doc, it hurts. He's like, I don't care. We're contacting aliens. Ask them to cure you. He was a false god of ufology half the time. And there's a shitload of them. We're not even going to go to them. But in the last 5 years, we've added some new false gods of ufology. And some of the shit they're claiming right now because of the UAP report is categorically in-fucking correct. It really is. It is completely, unbelievably one of the craziest rubber dicking I've ever seen. There was one individual who actually reported, or in an article they wrote, they said, and I quote, that anyone who believes that the UAP report is not a step in the right direction doesn't understand the history of UFOs. What the fuck? Really? Really? That's what you're saying? Another dude said that we'll take the UAP report because for the first time ever, The government is acknowledging that UFOs exist. What? Are you serious right now? Are you... What are you smoking? What are you smoking? Did you... For fuck's sake. I don't care what you use. Use your cell phone. Use your grandmama's tablet. Freaking go to McDonald's and take somebody's computer and freaking look it up. This is not the first time that unidentified flying objects have been acknowledged by the government. What hasn't been acknowledged, and it still fucking hasn't been acknowledged, is ET as the origin of UFOs. And the funny thing is that they ride the line, like they're skirting the line. They're trying to tell you, especially the media, that this report, oh, they didn't rule it out. What the fuck? They didn't rule it in either. Are you kidding me? They didn't rule it out. They did all this reporting, and the only thing they fucking ruled in was the fucking balloon. And people are like, oh, we're safe. We're safe. We're legitimate now. UFOs are legitimate. They didn't say no to UFOs. If you want to take the other bin as being UFOs, which honestly doesn't even say UFOs in it, doesn't say aliens, they just says other. We need to collect more data. We have no idea what the fuck it is. But you want to say it's ET. Yep, ET. Everybody bend over. It's coming. No. What do you mean they didn't rule it out? They didn't rule it in. It's. Are you serious? This is where people are saying constantly all over the place. Like today, I figured today we'd have some good reactions by now. You know, we're almost at a week, so people will be able to give us, a true, retrospection of what they read in the shitty ass 9 fucking pages of this report. But they went so deep into this. Like, we've never seen reading in between the lines until somebody who's a UFO god looks at this fucking report. And people are fucking loving it. They are loving the shit out of this report. It doesn't tell you fucking anything. It told you basically of over, 144 reports, we recognize one fucking balloon. And people are like, they didn't say no aliens. Are you serious? Come on. I don't understand why people listen to some of these other folks. I don't understand why these guys have such a following too. It makes no fucking sense. They get all these interviews and they get these experiencers, but at the end of the day, they're doing it without the grease, and these people are loving it. I mean, really, sodomy is not cool. That's all I got to say about that. But if you boy, let's just do one more thing here. I think it's important for us to dispel the idea that the government has never, ever,
Ay, caramba!
Never acknowledged that things were unidentified. Let's just look at that for a second. Let's be honest about this. Because, as yesterday we had the Asgardians that called in, and I kind of threw this in there, but it needs to be repeated, right? Let's start with Project Sign, which reported in 1949. Most of the people that are listening to this podcast weren't even fucking alive yet. They might have been in somebody's sack, waiting to be mated with an egg at that point. I don't know. It's possible. Couldn't even tell you. Project Sign said the unidentified shit is real shit. It's not made up shit. It can be a craft. As a matter of fact, it even said it is possible, with the present U.S. knowledge, that someone could construct an aircraft with a description of being metallic and light reflecting. They even said that at that time, right, reported in 1949 that a lot of the crafts that they seen, which were unidentified, didn't have any sound. There was only a few reports, only 3, where there was rumbling in the sky, and that some of the flights normally were above 300 knots, and this was estimated by witnesses. Does that not say that the government acknowledged UFOs back in the fucking 1940s? These are all things that were unexplained, that they're telling you they were unexplained. The phenomena reported is something real and not visionary or fictitious. Project Sign. They weren't vague about it. They said shit was fucking unidentified. What the hell? Who put the report together? Was it Russians? Was it China? These UFO gods of today, they're fucking with us. And the people who don't know the history of ufology are falling for it in so many ways. So they see this shitty-ass 9-page report, which only has 6 pages of good information, well, barely good. They're seeing that as a win. Project Blue Book. 12,618 UFO reports. 701 of the reports were classified as unexplained. Isn't that what a fucking UFO is? Like, they literally explained the rest of these reports. 701 of them remained unidentified flying objects. Is that not acknowledgement that UFOs exist? I'm sorry, what the hell is going on? I don't understand this. How is this shitty-ass little report, 9 pages, so much greater and more important than a report that covers over 12,000 incidents? They fucking could not explain 143 of those reports in the current report and came back that they could recognize balloons in one. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. It's just really, it's senseless to me. This is completely nuts. When you look at the only place that a alien could be part of, it basically says we threw everything the fucking here except for the kitchen sink. It says these UAPs described in our database probably remain unidentified due to limited data or challenges to collection, processing, or analysis. We may require additional scientific knowledge to successfully there ain't shit to collect, fuckers. This happened a while back. What the fuck else you gonna collect? There's nothing to collect. Anyway, so this says we would group such objects in this category pending scientific advances that allowed us to better understand them. Really, the other bin is they're asking for more money. Let's get science involved. Science never fucking stopped. Science has been looking at this. So has the military. So has the government. In all of this, the question again is, where the fuck is the results for ATIP? You literally include something like the Tic Tac and Go Fast and all of that. I'm sure they're in that 144, which was studied. Where is that information? Did it not make your report? Really? So all those years you spent running ATIP, there was not like a summary to that. This anyone that says that we've never acknowledged UFOs publicly to the government or anything like that, baloney. Straight up baloney. The nasty kind too, like Bar S. I'm just saying. So really, come on, get it together. I'm probably going to blow up like this again the rest of the podcast episode because it's crazy what's going out right now to people, you know, and I can't believe it. Like if I can look up on Google and find where these reports, which are famous reports, anyone that has studied ufology knows about Project Sign, knows about Blue Book. I mean, we're not talking about the damn TV series. We're talking about the actual Blue Book. And there's so many more after that. Grudge, another one. But still, people are saying that this 9-page report trumps all of it. This is like the craziest shit I've ever have ever experienced when it comes to this topic during this podcast. It's nuts. Completely nuts. I'm going to play a song. We got 4 stories. Some of them are really short, but it's just more evidence of the bullshit that continues to happen when it comes to this ridiculous, useless report. 6 fucking months. And you gave us this shitty-ass report. They should be ashamed of their fucking selves. That's what they should be.
All I ever wanted was you, but you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls. And I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know that you left me alone inside this empty, broken hall. And now you'll be the reason why my soul is tainted. Somebody help me, 'cause I'm feeling trapped and I don't know what to do. There's no one to save me from this hurt I feel deep within my bones. Did you ever think of me and see the things I did? Sold my soul and everything, I was to the lowest bid. Crawled into your poison dome, yet every single time you got into my mind, you got into my mind. But all I ever wanted was you, but you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls. And I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know that you left me alone inside this empty, broken hall. And now you'll be the reason why my soul is tainted. So how can I fix this? 'Cause I need to stop the aching in my head. My heart is breaking. Yeah, I'm tired of being stuck in the past. Did you ever think of me and see the things I did? Sold my soul and everything, I was to the lowest bid. Crawled into your poison dome, yet every single time you got into my mind, you got into my mind. But all I ever wanted was you, but you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls. And I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know that you left me alone inside this empty, broken hall. And now you'll be the reason why my soul is tainted. The reason why my soul is tainted. You're the reason why my soul is tainted. You're the reason why my soul is tainted. You're the reason why my soul is tainted. Does he look like a bitch?
Fatality.
You know, I've been saying that when I see Lou Elizondo on interviews, I feel like he's hiding something. I feel like Lou has more information that he can give us. And it turns out that the fucker that's giving us information now is Jeremy Corbell. Listen, I don't... Jeremy Corbell gives out a lot of good information, but it's all fucking dramatic. It, like, literally is... Jeremy is all about, you know, the filmmaker side. He's like... fucking mystery. Oh, yeah, cliffhanger. This is really what's happening. Like, I literally almost did not watch the Bob Lazar film, the documentary, because the first 20 minutes was all Jeremy Corbell. That's not what I tuned in for. I don't want to see him fucking walking through the desert. That doesn't mean shit to me. But, luckily, all of a sudden, the phone in the documentary, it lights up, and it's Bob's picture, and it says Bob Lazar on the phone. So I was like, Bob is coming. Kind of sounds pornographic, but that's not what I mean. Bob is going to show up on a documentary, so I stuck it out. Well, now, if you look at the image for this particular podcast episode, there is that, what they call that? They said it was like a three-dimensional pyramid UFO that was buzzing the USS Omaha back in July of 2019. Yes. July 2019, which means this was part of the UAP report that was given to the non-intelligent committee, but it was inconclusive. There is a video that's attached to this, right? So it's Bob Lazar, Mystery Wire, he's talking about all this stuff, right? All this shit that's going down. And apparently someone came to him and gave him all these videos. We've seen the videos. It's this green one, night vision shit with the pyramid UFO, and it's flashing and stuff. And then there was the other one that had these orbs that would crash into the water. And he's like, multi-medium. It goes from air to the water. And they launched a what was it? What do you say? A fucking submarine to try to find the debris. There was no debris. How the fuck he knows all of this? I don't know. How the fuck does Corbell get all of this? He gets this because he is our newest UFO god. Ufology god. He is Corbell. So apparently, Corbell's been kind of holding on to this to slowly release it to the public. Like, I get it. Information is power. So basically, he's been releasing this slowly. So the latest release of this USS Omaha situation from 2019 is that the USS Omaha and the other ships they were with, the Omaha, apparently were getting buzzed by a shitload of UFOs, which nobody knew what the fuck to do about. A full fucking hour of being buzzed by UFOs. A shitload of them. Apparently there was a team that took the footage. They took the footage of the instrument panels, radar. They took video footage. They went up to the deck to videotape these things live. And they had no idea what was going on. This team apparently is called the Viper Team, Visual Intelligence Personnel. According to Corbell, if you look at this video on Mystery Wire, he's like, this is what the Viper Team does. They find weird ass shit that we need to take action on. Okay, they should do that, get action. But they don't know who the hell to report to. So who do they send the information to? Corbell. Fantastic. Listen, at least it got to someone. I can at least say that much. But Corbell, he's releasing it slowly. And really, it was quite timely, right? Because here's a UAP report, which this situation should be part of that according to the time frame that they gave us in the report. It should be included. It's one of the shit you looked at. Because you didn't look at Joe Bob or the Ronnie Dawsons of the world. You looked at military personnel. This is one of them. This went public. But that was inconclusive. When you look at this USS Omaha thing from 2019, it was FUBAR. It was fucked up beyond all recognition because it's all unexplained, but still the pattern is there. UFOs around military personnel and vehicles. Okay, nobody knows what the fuck to do. I don't understand. Here's the first thing I want to say. Why could we not shoot one of those fuckers down? To me, that's an act of aggression. If you are in a warship and these little UFOs come after you, shoot one of those fuckers down. Literally, who in the United States as a citizen does not know you do not fuck with the military anywhere? You could get shot, blown up, arrested, all kind of stuff. But that doesn't happen. So literally we have years and years of UFOs, UAPs flying around, these ships and fighter jets, and not one fucker pulls the trigger. Pull the trigger. We can pick up the pieces, can figure out what it is. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand what the problem is. That makes no fucking sense to me. But anyway, we have this, and according to the witness, one of the things that they pretty much mentioned that was incredible to them was the endurance of all these UFOs that were clustering like a gigantic clusterfuck around these Navy ships. One of them said that the event lasted over an hour, with many of the contacts that they had on radar just disappearing. And then they couldn't even tell where the hell they went. They basically, I don't know if they jammed the radar, they got out of sight of the radar, they, I don't know what it is. But they lost them. The thing is that if you have a UAP or a drone or, some kind of a prosumer kind of product, like a drone, that's just not going to last a fucking hour. I mean, some of these drones only last like 15 fucking minutes. They're not known for the long haul. So how can you get, all these drones in the double digits hanging out for over an hour around these ships in the middle of nowhere? Because for fuck's sake, if they needed to recharge, they got to go back to somewhere. Where did they go? The footage, when you look at everything that Corbell released, yeah, that's some shit. And it just happened in 2019, not 1970, not 1960, 1949, 2019, 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. But it is undefined. So you got all this equipment coming from the Viper team from the USS Omaha, and that shit makes no fucking sense. We need more data. So the fuck you got the equipment on it to begin with? If it doesn't give you enough data. There's like some really strange shit going on here. It really is. And it makes no sense. Because you literally are telling us in this report, not only does the equipment on these naval ships and F-18 Super Hornets and stuff like that suck dick, but on top of that, your intelligence community are a bunch of assholes, idiots. Is the secret so big that you throw everyone under the bus in order to keep from telling people the truth? Think about that. Really, that's my gift to you today. Think about that. Is sacrificing all these people, military, government, intelligence, is the secret so big that you throw them all under the fucking bus? That's what I see happening. I don't know about you guys. The link is in the description. I don't know if this one has the actual video, but if you go to Mystery Wire, you can see the video of kind of Corbell kind of walking people through all of this. And what can I say? It's a good sighting. So deal with it.
There's no need to complicate things. Let's stick to the basics. We both know what we want. Let's just keep it simple. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We dance on the same wavelength. This feels like a new beginning. We both know what we want. Let's just keep it simple. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
don't fucking scream at me.
Where's
you
the
dumb
money?
fuck you? Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat.
This next one is really short. It really is short. So one of the things that I was looking for today really was seeing if any of these these guys, these intelligence guys, this committee of intelligence, because really if you rub two of them together, you will not spark a fire. I'll be honest with you. But I was looking to see if any of these Senate committee folks dealing with, sub-intelligence, if maybe after they looked at their own little paperwork that was handed to them by the Office of Dumb and Dumber, like I was looking to see if maybe they would get it out in the public eye and say, oh, I got a classified version, let me give you a little highlight of it. Hasn't happened yet. Not in the least. But eventually, one of them is going to slip. I'm not talking about a nip slip. I'm saying they're going to slip. And they're going to divulge what's in that report. They can't help themselves. They're like being in the limelight. Because honestly, if that report mirrors what we saw, there's a bunch of bullshit in there too. So they're going to feel comfortable. Comfortable enough to, just let it go. Just let it go. Intel chair Mark R. Warner out of Virginia, Democrat. Not that that matters. Nobody fucking cares. But you have a D or an R, who cares? On the 25th, the senator decided he was going to let it all out. He was going to let us know what he knew when he knew it. According to Senator Warner, he says he was first briefed on unidentified aerial phenomena about 3 years ago. 3 years ago. So this is actually before the USS Omaha. Somebody said, hey, we got UFOs, but we decided that we're just going to call them UAPs. It makes it easier for everyone. What do you think, Senator? He said it was great. I love it. Let me know what it is. Shock and awe. According to him, since he was told 3 years ago, because everything started 3 years ago, according to the senator. Since then, the frequency of these incidents only appears to be increasing. No. Senator Warner from Virginia. Life did not start 3 years ago when someone told you that UAPs exist. Please, Google it. Even if you go to Wikipedia, it's okay. At least that gives you a starting point. He says the United States must be able to understand and mitigate threats to our pilots, whether they're from drones or weather balloons or adversarial intelligence capabilities. Today's rather inconclusive report only marks the beginning of efforts to understand and illuminate what is causing these risks to aviation in many areas around the country and the world. Let's be honest, Senator Warner, you give no fucks about the world, but you sure give a lot of fucks about the United States and the people in it, all 300 plus million. But he's basically telling you that they've been on this shit for a while. Not 6 months ago, when they threw this into Trump's, request for, what was it, that whole COVID-19 nonsense. Can't even think. I've got too too much Maker's Mark on the mind. But when they stuck it in there as a request for them to create the UAP task force, he already knew about this. He already knew about why the fuck you need a damn report. Why did you waste our lives waiting for a report when they already told you what was going on 3 years ago? Again, another waste of time. But this goes to show you that these people in the Intelligence Committee are not as unintelligent as they seem. This was a dog and pony show for the public. That really is what it is. He already had the damn reports. He already was told about UAPs, but we just needed an official report because otherwise he can't acknowledge or deny the existence of UAPs until somebody puts it to paper, goes to a local middle school in Washington, D.C. and says, write up this report for me. I'll give you some SpongeBob stickers. This is what we have. So our senator here, who's on the Intelligence Committee, says he already knew about it. What the fuck you need a report for? Give me a report on Shittergate and why we lost toilet paper around the world the way we did. How about that? Somebody give him a report about that. That's intelligence information we need to know. Like, why the fuck did everybody run to get toilet paper? That's what I want to know. This is what we're dealing with. Literally, there's a game being played not only on the government side, but there's a game being played on the ufology side. But neither one of them, I'm telling you, you rub them together, you will not get a fire. You will not. You'll just get more lies and half-truths. Anyway, that report is extremely short because, for fuck's sake, he didn't have that much to say other than telling us we're a bunch of idiots because he already knew it. That's what I get from it. You might get something different. You might see him as a champion out of Virginia. Senator Warner. Yeah, he probably is. He probably walks around like the 300, kicking people around. There's a Sparta. But I don't know anything because I'm not one of the famous people in ufology, so I can't tell you shit. But you can read about it. Click on the link.
Myself to the page, I don't do it for the praise, love. That's just how I'm made. In the glass in the mirror. Yeah. it for the cash. Got snakes in the grass, no brakes on the ad, but it's all fun. We done seen it all, heard it all. Heard enough, give me space before I murder y'all. 10 bad bitches here, I'ma curve them all. 12 missed calls and I still made a curtain call. Here to light it up, lighten up. Hear them talking, they ain't right enough, tighten up. Everything that I came for, I left with. I don't bang sets, I just bang on the set list. Going past supper when I came for the breakfast. Put me in your prayers, I might put you on the guest list. Young niggas in me reckless. Gold in my soul, got the same on my necklace, bitch.
Get down. 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 Get down or I'll put you down. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Hasta la vista, baby.
¡Ay, caramba!
Let's talk about articles that state the fucking obvious. This one is from Statistica. Now, at first I thought, oh, Statistica, great. They're going to have, like, statistics. They're going to show how much we fucking failed in putting this report together. But, no, they didn't do that. Maybe it's not really about statistics. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. But they did say, as part of the title, is that UFO report, the Pentagon failed to explain 143 sightings. If that's not a fucking failure, I don't know what is. Like, literally, could you imagine going to work? They gave you, your job is to, put away 144 fucking avocados, and 143 are not there. What the hell? What kind of failure rate is that? That's horrific. I mean, really. You literally did shit. You did, to, quote the nomenclature for our society, you didn't do dick. You didn't do anything. Really. And that's what this is. So, on one report, we have that our senator, 3 years ago, they told him shit. He could have, let me tell you, Warner could have probably figured out these other 143 if someone gave him, the task to do it. But, 6 months is not enough time. Even though we've been telling people for fucking years about these UAPs, if you put me on the line here on this deadline of 6 months, well, fuck, I can't do it. I've known about it for like 10 years, but fuck, I can't do it. 6 months is too short. This is what we got. Literally. A key takeaway, according to Statistica, from the report, is that they documented 144. I can't. I really can't. And this is why I'm so angry the last couple of days. Because it makes no fucking sense. It really doesn't. Hey, you guys who are in different countries around the world, you're laughing. Like, literally. You're laughing at this report. I know you are. There's just no way you wouldn't. To be honest. 144 reports since 2004. And these fuckers are telling you they could only figure out a fucking balloon. But nobody sees that. Nobody understands that. That makes no damn sense. That they took 17 years of reports and only could identify a balloon. There's plenty of YouTubers we can get on the phone right now that have misidentified a balloon for a UFO. Let's be honest about that. Shit happens. But you're the government, and you took only reports from the military using high-tech equipment, and you're only sure that one of them was a fucking balloon. Well, where are we going with this? Where is the world ending? Anyway, so they continue to talk about the fact that only 80 of those 144 had multiple sensors on it, and eyeballs, and who knows what else, dollar bills. But they're all inconclusive. The idea also that these technologies are from China and Russia makes no sense. But it's in the report because the main theme for this UAP report is trying to tell people that these are adversaries. We need money. We need to figure out what the fuck they're doing with us. Cool thing about Project Blue Book, out of the 12,618 UFOs, 701 which were unidentified, unexplained UFOs, though they've never said that before, according to some people. Project Blue Book ended up saying that there was no evidence indicating the sightings categorized as unidentified are extraterrestrial vehicles. But for fuck's sake, we've never heard this until 2021, June 25th. They're playing games with us, man. I'm telling you. They are playing the guys that you follow in ufology are fucking with you just as much as the government is. Yeah, that's the truth about it. That is the absolute truth. So is it China or Russia? I don't know. I am surprised because, of course, they don't see the wait a minute. China and Russia, listen up. If John Podesta, you need to go back into John Podesta's email because I'm sure he got a copy of this classified report. If you get back in there, because I'm sure his password is password 12345, you'll be able to tell the rest of the world what exactly they received because they're putting the blame on you. And I'm not saying that you guys don't have the technology to do this, but for fuck's sake, you keep dropping rockets on people's heads. I'm telling you, the proof is in the pudding, as Bill Cosby said, who's not going to get out of jail too. We don't even want to get into that. But I'm just saying, if Russia and China, who dump rockets on people's heads in other countries, not even their own, who let COVID run wild, if you're saying that they're so fucking advanced that they can fool the entire world into thinking that they're from another planet, for fuck's sake, why are we wasting our time altogether? But the funny thing is that I haven't seen any reports where anyone from Russia or China has responded. Has said, no, that's not us. No. Oh, you fucked up. No. I haven't seen any of that. Why is that? Because they're laughing. Russia has the best vodka in the world, and they're drinking that shit up. Because we are living on 9 pages of bullshit, which names them as the folks doing it. That's why China wants its own freaking international space station. Well, it's not international. It's the Shanghai Space Station. That's what I would call it, by the way. Or the lo mein. I'm just saying. This is what we have to do with. Anyway, so Statistica is saying the odds are against that anything in this report means anything. So you people who believe that you got an answer from this report, you're crazy. You've just wasted so much of your life waiting for it. Wait for it. And you got a big slice of 17. One more to go. This one is our favorite person, Avi Loeb, former professor from Harvard, And even he decided he wanted to talk some shit about this report. So this is going to be good. If you can't tell from, I don't know, my attitude, I'm not fucking impressed either. I mean, I love Avi Loeb. Really. I do, but for fuck's sake, Avi, stop fucking around.
Get up, stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face. Start my day. Wake up, get up, stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face. Throw my clothes on, start my day. Wake up, I can smell the smoke from the bacon. Let's go, see the sun shining from the windows. Okay, I know that today'll be a good day. Okay, I know that today'll be a good day. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Drink some water, brush my teeth. Get out of bed and I stretch. Bed in my hair is a mess. Look through my clothes for a fit. Anything I do is drip. Feel like a kid when I'm tick-tocking. I still keep it real as it is. I show my age, I don't switch often. I'm just as a dad as it gets. Try taking naps with my kids talking. I'm guessing this life how it is. And I can't wait for the weekend. Keep jammies on like I'm a kid. Wake up, get up, stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face. Throw my clothes on, start my day. Wake up, I can smell the smoke from the bacon. Let's go, see the sun shining from the windows. Okay, I know that today'll be a good day. Okay, I know that today'll be a good day. Feel good, feel great, can't complain. Look out my window, see birds and planes. Sun's out, some clouds, it might rain. Siblings on my nerves again. Summertime, go for a swim. Wintertime, go grab a sled. Spring, I might need an umbrella. Fall back in school with my friends. Attitude change like the weather. My mom tell me it never ends. Like clocks, we evolve in a circle. Every 12 months we do it again. Wake up, get up, stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face. Throw my clothes on, start my day. Wake up, get up, stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face. Throw my clothes on, start my day.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
This next one has to do with Avi Loeb. Listen, I love Avi Loeb. Well, we gave his book away. You know, The Norm was a recipient of one of those books. And, you know, Avi, he put his neck on the line, right? He went up to the Harvard pulpit. It's like, Oumuamua is an alien. Alien craft, fool. And then he, put his neck out. It's like, just go ahead and chop it. I dare you. Challenge me. Fuckers. But, you know, the whole thing is that, you know, Avi couldn't hold post. Avi left Harvard, basically, because he was saying alien, 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 alien. Like he's walking around in a tutu running through Harvard. Alien, 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 alien. And they're like, I'm sure they pulled him into an office and say, hey, Mr. Loeb, Professor Loeb, you may want to, not wear the tutu so much and stop prancing, you know, through the campus. saying alien because a lot of our students are thinking they need to leave now, and we can't have that. So Avi did the right thing. He's like, fuck yeah, Omaha rules. And he left. He probably spray painted that shit all over the buses that enter Harvard, and security cars, and, you know, the women's bathroom. You know, Avi went to town when he was leaving. But this story is about Avi Loeb and him saying, guess what? It may seem hard to believe, but maybe there's a possibility that these undefined, on everything, 143 situations means that it is aliens. And, you know, we can expect Avi to do that, right? Because he took a fucking rock coming from who knows where and really claimed it as being an alien probe. An alien probe ship that was marking territory for other aliens to come in, find possibly a beacon to come and examine human life. This is how far Avi went. I'm just saying. So I can see Avi saying, yeah, those 143 fucking aliens. Oh yeah, it must have been aliens, ancient aliens. So that's what Avi's saying. There is a bit of history about Avi. Mr. Loeb, a graduate of the elite IDF Talpiot program, and received a PhD from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. And he actually led an international project backed by the United States, of course, Strategic Defense Initiative. And he spent several years at Princeton before joining Harvard. And he became the longest sitting chairperson of Harvard's astronomy department. And he stepped down last year because the whole Oumuamua thing was too much for people. I was like, oh, fuck, Avi. No, Avi, no, fuck, that's, no. We will deport your ass if you keep talking that shit. You know, one thing about Avi, he's really like, yeah, we can do it as humans. We can get this shit together. We can figure out the alien thing. But he's also sitting there like, well, they didn't say it wasn't aliens. He's one of the hopeful few. He says in a quote in his article, making a COVID vaccine show the capability of the scientific endeavor in meeting the needs of humanity. Here, too, we have an example of something people want to know, and scientists have the duty to help answer it. And he's right about that shit. But the thing about science is the phenomena has to kind of be repeatable, right? How the fuck are we going to have scientists show up whenever the phenomenon shows itself? We're not going to be able to. Hasn't that been the issue? Really, this has been the issue from the beginning. That's why MUFON fucking fails. That's why MUFON trains people, to take a scientific approach, go out there, examine situations, get evidence if there is. But at the end of the day, if that shit does not repeat itself or they don't witness it, what the fuck is all that for? Same thing with science. But yet, in our 9-page useless report that gets us ready for Shittergate 2, they call for science to be involved. This is one of the things that stands out in incredible fashion, that these people who say, oh, but it didn't say it wasn't aliens, are missing. And that is the report is saying we need science to be involved. We need scientific observation, notation, scientific skills to identify whether or not UAPs mean anything. Because they never, ever, fucking never, in the report, ever. Okay, you can go search on that shit. Pull up the PDF. Search for extraterrestrial. Search for alien. Not once does the report ever mention, even in the useless unknown bucket, does it ever say that there is a possibility of aliens anywhere. So you people who read in between the lines, for fuck's sake, stop it. You're reading too much into it. Avi says that the question came up as to whether or not Israel could kind of face the same situation. And there's a quote in here because, I don't know. In a lot of ways, Avi is grounded, right? He really is. He says Israel is an unusual environment and there is a lot of unusual things happening at once. Are you kidding me? All the fucking time. All these missiles and all these improvised rockets being launched into Israel. They're all fucking UFOs, to be honest. He said if you can filter out the noise, there may be some things that are very unusual, but Israel's defense establishment may keep it under wraps if it doesn't understand it. He's basically talking about whether or not the Israeli government is, are they looking at UFOs? It's really fucking hard when your country is being bombarded by fucking missiles and shit like that, and you have that Iron Curtain coming out shooting, all these countermeasures. Like, where's the fuck is UFO? It's all fucking UFOs, to be honest. That's confusing as fuck. He compares this to the United States and says the U.S. is now surrounded by hostile nations, so they have greater focus on a variety of different sightings, while Israel does not. It says it would be interesting to hear reports from around the world. Yeah, guess what, Avi? There is reports from around the world. No one fucking believes them. No one cares. But I assume that eventually other countries are going to follow suit, and their intelligence or unintelligent communities are going to come together and give you gibberish, because that's what the people want. They want gibberish about UFOs, unconclusive, too expensive, and just a preview to another 15, 20 years of talking about it and not doing shit about it. I mean, you guys might think I'm angry, but I'm okay with that. I'm angry as hell, and so should you, no matter where the fuck you live. E.T. gets away one more fucking time. That's all I'm saying. This is the end of the podcast. It was a little weird, but we got Ronnie in. We got the UAP report thing. We got some news that you can't use, but, for fuck's sake, why not? 3 episodes this week. I'm thankful about it. Hopefully, the Dark Horde will come back. There's a lot of ghost shit going on in the world. And I've driven past a few places where I know the fuckers were haunted. I just haven't gotten it together for the podcast. But we'll be back next week, Monday, July 5th. Hopefully, we'll have some more clarity on the nonsense we're receiving from the government and the UFO gods of today. And have a good weekend. If you guys in the United States, enjoy your Independence Day. But wouldn't it be great if someone blows up Congress from 4.2 light years away? I don't know. Could be a great spectacle. But you know what I tell those guys.
Caramba!
Cause when we try to do things right, it always ends up with a fight. It's really messing with my head. Too bad, my friend, she said. But I'm tortured. Drop dead for me. Won't you just drop dead? Drop dead for me. I think
that my opinions on my own podcast don't mean shit, guess what?
Today is the beginning of the end and the start of a new beginning. Time has come to refine yourself and let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters, doubters, and non-believers trying to bring you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will feel free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you are the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself